Hi guys, I've been called to pull clear, concise, love and light messages for all the zodiac signs before I post up my 5-day reading. I've been told to pull guided messages from your guides. I am going to be using messages from your guides from James Van Prague, and I'm not going to just be reading the messages on the card. I'm actually going to be reading the message from the book so you can get an in-depth meaning for what this means for you. So I'm going to start off with Aries. Guardian angel, spirit guides, ascended masters, ancestors, loved ones, draw close to me and my Aries, please. What does my Aries need to know, please, in love and light? In love and light for my Aries. Patience is a virtue. Aries, fire sign, cardinal sign. My daughter just happens to be an Aries, and patience is a virtue. Aries, this is what it says. Allow yourself to experience life in its ebb and flow without having any connections to its timing. It is indeed a gift. Remember time is an illusion and you are eternal. The clock ticks in the physical dimension, but it's just a device we use for measuring. Your higher self has always been and always will be. It's the material bodies that come and go. As you contemplate this card, the guides want to remind you to slow down and enjoy the journey. If you race through it, you will miss the pearls on your path. Slow down, soul traveler. There are no rewards for finishing first. The rewards are by experiencing that you are passing by. Let me read that again. The rewards are the experiences that you are passing by. Be present and acknowledge the wonders of this dimension. Free yourself from expectation and let your path unfold. You only have power in this present moment. If you waste your time by pondering what is to come, you've lost the moment's power. It never comes again. So, patience is a virtue. Everything happens in divine timing. This is telling you to go with the ebb and flow of life, Aries. Just go with the flow. Just chill. Don't worry about it, you know? Taurus. What does my Taurus need to know, please, in love and light? What guided messages do you have divine for Taurus, please? What does my Tauruses need to know, please, in love and light? Thank you so very much. Taurus, choose love over fear. Oof, I feel like that's a message for everybody. Choose love over fear. Here's your message, my Taurus. Choose love over fear. Love is the natural energy of the soul. Fear is learned in the physical dimension, but with work, it can be unlearned. In a perfect world, love would be taught and fear would be the anomaly. But we don't live in a perfect world. It is perfect, however, in a sense that it creates a place for your soul to encounter the energy of fear in its many guises and to dispute it with the energy of your inner being. As you become aware of yourself as a being of light, having a physical experience, it is incumbent upon you to use your natural energy of love in all your daily encounters. When you make a choice to give into fear instead of love, you are not acting from your soul's truth. This causes difficulty instead of ease, impatience instead of acceptance, upheaval instead of peace. You are a rower fighting the current instead of going with the flow. Every human decision you make can be boiled down to two options: love or fear. Love is kindness, compassion, forgiveness, and empathy. Fear is judgment, guilt, retribution, and envy. Do your best to follow your innate energy rather than the energy instilled upon you. Love is the greatest source of oneness of all. Fear is an earthly illusion. Once you acknowledge the difference, the choice between the two is easy. Taurus, choose love, not fear. Love creates anxiety, dis-ease to the physical heart, mind, body, and soul. Keep it moving. Go with the flow. Because if you don't, you're going to feel like crap. Gemini. What does my Geminis need to know, please? In love and light, in love and light for my Geminis. Gemini. What guided messages do you have for my Geminis, please? In love and light, in love and light. Feel joy in all you do, Gemini. Feel joy in all you do. And this is what it says for you, my Geminis. When you are not happy, you are not in alignment with your true divinity, and you have placed yourself in the earth mindset of judgment and fear. Feelings of joy are Spirit's way of letting you know that you are following your true path. The emotion of joy is a signal to your conscious mind that this action that makes you feel this way is why you should be doing more. Only you know what feels good in your heart. So don't let judgment of others dissuade you from following your bliss. Do what you love and love what you do is the mantra of this card. If something is making you miserable, you have the power to change your circumstances. The human lifespan is far too short to not be doing what feeds your soul. When you begin to live your joy, you begin to become of love, and the law of attraction will see that only good things come your way. So find joy in everything that you do. Even if it's washing the dishes, cooking the food, whatever it may be, Gemini, find joy in all you do, because you will send out an energy frequency of happiness, love, and joy, and therefore bringing that right back to you. Cancerians. What does my Cancers need to know, please, in love and light? What messages do you have for my Cancerians, please, in love and light? Thank you. My Cancerians, choose love over fear. Did I just get that for Gemini? Because this is crazy. Choose love over fear, Cancerians. Love is a natural energy of the soul. Fear is learnt by the physical dimension, but with work it can be unlearnt. In a perfect world, love will be taught and fear would be the anomaly. But we don't live in a perfect world. It is perfect, however, in a sense that it creates the place of your soul. It creates a place for your soul to encounter the energy of fear in its many guises and to dissipate it with the energy of your inner being. As you become aware of yourself as a being of light having a physical experience, it is incumbent upon you to use your natural energy of love in all your daily encounters. When you make a choice to give into fear instead of love, you are not acting from your soul's truth. This causes difficulty instead of ease, impatience instead of acceptance, upheaval instead of peace. You are a rower fighting the current instead of going with the flow. Every human decision you make can be boiled down to two options: love or fear. Love is kindness, compassion, forgiveness, and empathy. Fear is judgment, guilt, retribution, and envy. Do your best to follow your innate energy rather than the energy installed upon you. Love is the greatest source of oneness of all. Fear is an earthly illusion. Once you acknowledge the difference, the choice between the two is easy. As I said to Gemini, because I got this card just before you, choose love over fear, because fear creates dis-ease to the physical heart, mind, body, and soul. And who wants that? Not me, not you. So that was for my Cancerians. We are now on to my Leos. What does my Leos need to know, please, in love and light? What does my Leos need to know? Guided message for my Leos, please. What does my Leos need to know? Thank you. Leos, we've got ask for guidance. That is the message. Ask for guidance for my Leos. Let me just find the page. Give me a second. Ask for guidance. Leo, here is your message. Be mindful that you are not on this journey alone. It can seem that way at times, but there are many souls, not only on the earth plane, but in the spiritual realms, who has your best interests at heart and are always eager to help. All you have to do is reach out and ask. When moments arises that are difficult, you feel that you need help making the correct choice, assistance is always here. This was the agreement before incarnating, whether you are consciously aware of it or not. There are several ways to contact your guides: through contemplation, meditation, prayer, or asking for contact in a dream state. Your connection to the wisdom of the guides is omnipresent. It's your job to find the best way for you to receive it. Guides and other teachers work closely with you, and they understand your physical habits and mental processes, so they can steer you in the right direction. Beside personal assistance, they also have the ability to influence earthly circumstances for your benefit. There are many beings surrounding you from many realms, such as philosophers, sages, wise men, scholars, and masters who no longer require incarnation in the earth school. Asking for help is not perceived as weakness. In fact, just the opposite is true. It is the fully aware human who acknowledges and accepts his or her connection to the spirit realm. Make it a daily ritual to ask guides to go before you on the earthly path and show you the way. Ask for help, Leo. Ask for help. What do you have to lose? Nothing. As long as it's with love and light and for your highest good of all concerned and yourself, you have nothing to lose. Ask for help. You have nothing to lose, Leo. Okay, so we are now on our Virgos. Virgos, what does my Virgos need to know, please? What is the guided messages for my Virgo, please? Guided message for my Virgo, please. My Virgos, what does my Virgos need to know, please? In love and light. Love and light for my Virgos. Practice moderation. Right, where's the book? Virgo, practice moderation. Let's see what they have to say to you. Practice moderation, Virgo. Is it? Let's see. Virgo, you chose to incarnate in this physical dimension to enjoy and partake in experiences you could have not had anywhere else. In all things, whether in spirit realm or on the earth, balance is key to everything. Moderation simply means avoiding extremes in all things. You must learn to conserve energy and bring moderation in order to live a fuller life. Express yourself more clearly and cultivate your gifts of your spirit. This card makes an appearance in your spread. When this card makes an appearance in your spread, you need to examine what aspects of your life seem to overshadow the rest. Too much work, too much food, too much stress are all common areas to keep a watchful eye on. You are a precious being, and you need to understand that it is your responsibility to bring yourself to a state of balance and moderation, or suffer the consequences. In life, there should always be a sense of cooperation with others. You are experiencing a time of our civilization that is saturated with stimulation and technology. It is therefore imperative to stop and be mindful of the moments that you are living. Simplicity in all things, mixed together with a sense of balance and everything you partake in, makes for a happier and longer life, Virgo. Moderation, balance, and harmony is something that you need to start thinking about. Otherwise, you're going to go crazy. Virgo. Practice moderation, okay? Libra. What does my Libras need to know, please? In love and light, in love and light, what does my Libras need to know? Guided messages for my Libras, please. My Libras. What does my Libras need to know, please? Thank you so very much. Focus on the positive, mum. Yeah, because my mum's a Libra. Okay, let's see. Focus on the positive. Everything is energy. Life on earth is full of circumstances that we label as good or bad. When you choose to focus your awareness on any circumstances, you are sending out energy to it that will make it stronger. So, it only makes sense to give energy to the circumstances that you perceive as positive. If this card appears in your spread, you might have to take a step back to alter your thinking. You may be giving too much energy to a situation that is troublesome. Some humans are programmed by nature or nurture to dwell on the negative instead of the positive. It may take some practice to alter your reaction. Every event and every person who comes into your life has a purpose. It's human nature to categorize everything as beneficial or detrimental instead of just being a lesson. You can train yourself to look at life, events, or people objectively and become aware of the reason that they are on your path. What is the lesson? After you come to the understanding of why this event or this person has come to you, you can decide the amount of energy you would like to send its way. Irrelevant of how you handle the situation, learn to look at the lessons as being beneficial to your growth. If you've learned something from it, and hopefully you have, then that is focusing on the positive. I had this conversation with my mum the other day about finances and money. Focus on positive things. Don't focus on the negative things, because every time you focus on something, you give it more power and you make it stronger, Libra. Positive thoughts create positive situations. That was for my Libras. Now we're on my Scorpios. What does my Scorpios need to know? What guided messages do you have for my Scorpios in love and light, please, for my Scorpios? Like attracts like. Ooh, Scorpios. Okay, let's see. Scorpio, this is your message. Like attracts like. This card represents a major tenet of wisdom that the guides would like to impart. The law of attraction tells you that whatever energy you focus your awareness on, that is the energy you will manifest. You are the creator of your reality. It may seem like a straightforward advice, but life on this earth plane is filled with fear in its many guises. The day-to-day distractions that prevent you from focusing on love and compassion can lead you down a road of anxiety, tension, and stress. If you want love and joy in your life, you must expect love and joy in your life. If you were to live by the basic truth, you would learn to be mindful of your daily life choices and their consequences. In this physical dimension, it is easy to give into fear and anxiety, but you must realize that it will be those energies that you will attract to yourself. You must make a conscious effort to turn the fear-based energies that you are creating with your mind into thoughts of compassion, forgiveness, understanding, mercy, tolerance, and service. No one can ever escape this law, for its rule is supreme. Like any regiment, this takes practice. If this card appears in your spread, be on the lookout for any events that may create stress. Consciously acknowledge it and focus on solutions that turn energy into positive outcomes. Scorpio, like attracts like. You think of negative things, it will come to you. If you think of positive things, it will come to you. So be mindful about what you think, feel, and what you say, Scorpio. Sagittarius, this is for my Sagittarius. What does my Sagittarius need to know in love and light? What guided messages do you have for my Sagittarius, please? In love and light for my Sagittarius, thank you so much. Take responsibility for your actions now. No. Take responsibility for your actions now. Okay, Sagittarius. Divine is telling you to take responsibility for your actions. Let's delve into it, shall we? Your thoughts, words, and deeds create energy, and they all have consequences. It is the law of physics that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. As you look at this card, your guides want you to understand that it is necessary for you to accept ownership of that action. You might think that thoughts are not technically considered as actions, that they are not as powerful as words and deeds, but you would be mistaken. Thoughts may be more powerful, for they are the creator of the words and the deeds. You are creating an atmosphere and placing it into your universe. Depending on your thoughts, you can create an imbalance if what you send forth is not in harmony with natural state of love and compassion of which you are made. It is a human tendency to believe that just because you cannot see something, it must not exist. But that is a fable of human experience. If this card appears in your spread, examine your current relationship and see if an action that you have initiated has created an imbalance. If so, take ownership of it, apologize, and make amends. The spiritual law of cause and effect will produce karmic debts that will have to be paid eventually. It's better to pay it now. So, take responsibility for your actions. You already know what you need to do and what you don't need to do. You already know what's for your highest good, Sagittarius. If you do make a choice that is wrong, just remember there are consequences to everything you say, do, and feel. Sagittarius. I am now on my Capricorns. Capricorn, what does my Capricorns need to know, please? What guided messages do you have for my Capricorns, please? In love and light, in love and light. Thank you. Choose love over fear. This card's come out again. Crazy, crazy. This card has come out 3 times. So, Capricorns. I'm a Capricorn, FYI. Love is a natural energy of the soul. Fear is learnt in the physical dimension, but with work it can be unlearnt. In a perfect world, love could be taught and fear would be the anomaly. But we don't live in a perfect world. It is perfect, however, in a sense that it creates a place for your soul to encounter the energy of fear in its many guises and to dissipate it with energy of your inner being. As you become aware of yourself as a being of light having a physical experience, it is incumbent upon you to use your natural energy of love in all your daily encounters. When you make a choice to give into fear instead of love, you are not acting from your soul's truth. This causes difficulty instead of ease, impatience instead of acceptance, upheaval instead of peace. You are a rower fighting the current instead of going with the flow. Every human decision you make can be boiled down to 2 emotions, love or fear. Love is kindness, compassion, forgiveness, and empathy. Fear is judgment, guilt, retribution, and envy. Do your best to follow your innate energy rather than the energy installed upon you. Love is the greatest source and oneness of all. Fear is an earthly illusion. Once you acknowledge the difference, the choice between the two is easy. Put into practice to choose love over fear. Love overcomes everything. Everything, Capricorn. Love overcomes everything. Aquarius. What does my Aquarius need to know, please? In love and light, in love and light. Clear Guided messages. What does my Aquarius need to know? Thank you. Focus on the positive, my Aquarius. Focus on the positive. Somebody else got this as well. But let's see. Aquarius, focus on the positive. Everything is energy. Life on earth is full of circumstances that we label as good or bad. When you choose to focus your awareness on any circumstances, you are sending energy to it and it will make it stronger. So it only makes sense to give energy to the circumstances that you perceive as positive. If this card appears in your spread, you may have to take a step back to alter your thinking. You may be giving too much energy to a situation that is troublesome. Some humans are programmed by nature or nurture to dwell on the negative instead of the positive. It may take some practice to alter your reaction. Every event and every person who comes into your life has a purpose. It's human nature to categorize everything as beneficial and detrimental instead of being a lesson. You can train yourself to look at life events or even people objectively and become aware of the reason that they are on your path. What is the lesson? After you come to understand after you've come to an understanding of why this event or this person has come to you, you can decide the amount of energy you would like to send its way. Irrelevant of how you handle the situation, learn to look at the lesson as beneficial for your growth. If you've learned something from it, and hopefully you have, then that's focusing on the positive. So focus on things that come your way that may seem crazy, upheaval, detrimental. Look at it as a lesson. What did I learn from this situation, this person? So focus on positive, let go of the negative. We are now on Pisces. This is for my Pisces. What does my Pisces need to know, please? In love and light, in love and light. For my Pisces. Guided messages for my Pisces. Please, guided messages for my Pisces. Thank you. Release toxic relationships. Pisces, what's going on? Release toxic relationships. All right, let me just find this page. Give me a second. Pisces, in order for your soul to thrive, it needs to be in an environment of love and harmony. When there is discordance or imbalance, the soul suffers and the body is often left with emotional and physical pain. Oftentimes, souls like you are making progress on their spiritual path will attract others who may be drawn to your light and can siphon off your energy, leaving you feel depleted and empty. It is always the first impulse of the evolved soul to want to assist their fellow travelers who seem to be struggling. But there comes a time when you must realize that your path But there comes a time when you must realize that their path and your path have little in common, and that it is best that you part ways. Sometimes the soul will be brought into your journey just so you can prove to yourself that you have the withdrawal to release them. Toxic relationships comes in all forms and can be detrimental in many ways. In your life, attempt to release those who are not in accordance with your being and do not inspire your soul. You may need to restructure your sense of healthy boundaries with people in your life. Do not allow your kindness to be mistaken Do not allow your kindness to be mistaken as an entry for others to mistreat you. Life is too short to be with others who are not enjoying the adventure and aren't helping you co-create a world that you want to live in. So, Pisces, Release any toxic thoughts, feelings, and emotions, first and foremost, and release any toxic relationships, because that will bring you down and drag you down. And Pisces, you're a very empathic, very intuitive sign, so you'll be able to feel things from all over, from people and from Mother Earth. So get yourself in alignment, release any negative relationships that you have or that you're currently in. I hope that helps. Sending you all so much love and light. Namaste.